Global economic power is usually framed through dominance. The United States controls capital, financial systems, and high-value innovation. China controls large-scale manufacturing and export infrastructure. These are visible systems, fast, decisive, and measurable. But there is another system expanding, less visible, but structurally integrating into both. India is often categorized as a developing economy. Fragmented infrastructure, uneven income distribution, gradual reforms. This framing leads to a conclusion. Its global impact is secondary. India is not optimizing for dominance in a single layer. It is embedding itself across multiple layers of the global system simultaneously: services, consumption, manufacturing, and digital infrastructure. Each layer interacts. Services generate income. Income drives consumption. Consumption attracts investment. Investment builds capacity. This is not linear growth. It is compounding integration. India's scale changes the equation. Even marginal improvements, when applied to a large population and market, produce outsized global effects. India is transitioning into a demand engine. Rising income levels increase consumption of goods, services, and infrastructure, pulling global supply chains inward. But where does this influence actually manifest? Which parts of the global system begin to shift as India scales? India, the quiet force reshaping the global economy. India is deeply integrated into global services, IT, business processes, consulting, analytics. Core operational functions of global firms run through Indian systems. Companies don't outsource to India. They restructure around it. Entire workflows are distributed: development, support, operations, analytics. This transforms cost structures into scalable systems and extends operations across time zones. India becomes embedded in execution, not as a vendor, but as a functional extension of global firms. India has built large-scale digital infrastructure, identity, payments, and data layers. This reduces friction in transactions and improves economic efficiency at scale. Reduced friction increases velocity of transactions. Faster transactions improve productivity. Higher productivity supports faster growth cycles. Global supply chains are diversifying. India is entering manufacturing not as a replacement, but as an additional node in the system. Global capital is moving into India to access both production and demand. This creates a dual attraction: export capability plus domestic market. India's workforce expansion supports long-term growth. A growing labor base increases production capacity and consumption potential simultaneously. Demand attracts capital. Capital builds capacity. Capacity drives output. Output reinforces demand. This is a self-reinforcing system. India does not fully align with any single global bloc. It maintains relationships across competing systems, maximizing flexibility. This flexibility allows India to access capital, technology, and trade from multiple directions. India is becoming part of supply chain diversification strategies, not replacing existing hubs, but reducing concentration risk. India relies heavily on energy imports. Energy access directly impacts growth capacity. Rising energy costs increase inflation and reduce growth momentum. This creates vulnerability. Policy responses aim to balance growth, inflation, and stability simultaneously. Infrastructure development supports long-term capacity expansion. Transport, logistics, and digital systems increase efficiency. Execution remains uneven. Scale creates complexity in implementation. Friction slows growth but does not stop it. Progress remains directional. India's role is not dominance, it is integration across systems. Growth in India is not uniform. High productivity sectors, technology, finance, services, scale rapidly, but large parts of the economy remain low productivity. This creates a dual speed system, one segment compounding fast, another moving slowly. The gap limits how evenly growth translates into national output. Rapid growth concentrates in cities. Infrastructure, transport, housing, utilities, absorbs increasing load. When capacity lags demand, efficiency drops. A growing workforce does not automatically translate into productivity. Skills, training, and education determine output quality. Without alignment, labor supply exceeds skilled demand. India is integrated into global trade, capital, and energy systems, which means external shocks, commodity spikes, financial tightening, geopolitical disruption directly affect domestic conditions. Foreign capital plays a significant role in investment cycles. When global liquidity tightens, capital flows slow or reverse. This impacts growth momentum. Policy must manage multiple variables simultaneously: growth, inflation, currency stability, and fiscal balance. Optimizing one often pressures another. Scale introduces complexity. Policies designed at national level must be implemented across diverse regions, sectors, and systems. Execution speed varies. Despite friction, the system continues to move forward. Growth slows, adjusts, and resumes. Momentum is not linear, but it is persistent. India's rise does not follow a sharp curve. It does not dominate a single moment. It builds gradually across multiple systems. Each layer reinforces the other: services, demand, infrastructure, investment. The system compounds, not explosively, but consistently. As integration deepens, India becomes harder to exclude from global systems. Supply chains, services, and markets begin to depend on it. Unlike disruptive rises, this shift does not break the system. It rebalances it gradually. Power is not always visible in dominance. Sometimes it exists in integration, in becoming part of how the system operates. India does not need to replace existing powers. It is positioning itself within the system, across demand, services, and supply chains. And as this position strengthens, its influence expands, not through control, but through participation at scale. Because in the modern global economy, the most durable power is the one the system begins to rely on. Not all power is immediate. Some power compounds. Subscribe to LBC, join the craft,